Hey everyone, I'm Ryan, you're watching 60 Cycle Hum, and in this video, I've got a new pedal from Flower Pedals to check out. I did a video of their Dandelion Tremolo like 4 years ago, quite a while ago, and I went back and I watched it recently, and I was shocked just how far the channel has come in 4 short years. I was in a different room in the house. I had completely different guitars hanging behind me. My delivery and my ability to speak to the camera was not as great as it is now. And you know what? My playing has stayed about the same. So anyways, in this box is a more deluxe expanded version of that tremolo concept. But this time it's stereo. It's got a bunch of other things going on. And honestly, I'm a little bit intimidated because this is an unboxing and first impressions video, and I know that I'm probably not going to be able to cover every single thing that this pedal does in an unboxing and first impressions video. But it is a fun format, and I like making it. Here we go. I was sent a PDF of the manual before doing this. So I have kind of cruised this a little bit, hoping it'll give me a guide to getting started. But there's so much in there that honestly, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to cover the majority of what this does, because it does a lot. Got a sticker here, new sound is blooming. There is the pedal itself. It came with a sunflower pick. That's cute. Oh. That's fun. Thank you for adding a flower pedal to your board. Plant seed paper under 1/8 inch of soil. Water thoroughly. Place in a sunny corner and keep moist during germination. It's a little piece of paper with seeds in it. That's really clever. From a brand called Flower Pedals. Yeah, that's smart. All right, so now we have some official manual stuff here. Cut into 2 different pieces. Pretty much the same stuff that I printed out. But I will be referencing those things for sure. Green crinkly paper in there. They're committed to the whole thing. I love it. I love it when a pedal manufacturer commits to their theming. So I'm going to go in mono and go out stereo. I'm going to use my 1980s made in Japan Fender Jaguar here, running into the 2 Princeton's rig. I love that you guys love this, and you keep coming back for the 2 Princeton's jingle, and I'm never going to be able to stop doing it because you guys love it so much. I'm also going to run a bunch of pedals that I have down on the ground here to put a bunch of drives through this to show off the waveforms and whatnot. And on the table, I've got my Surfy Bear Compact Reverb. This is it. If you are chasing that surfy, drippy reverb dragon, this is it, in my opinion. This is the real deal. Yeah, it's big, a little bit inconvenient because of its size. It takes special power, but it's worth it. Chef's kiss. It just does the thing. 100% like just authentic, because it's got real springs in it. So here is my dry signal without it. And here is the Surfy Bear. You gotta have a nice drippy surf reverb before you chop it up with a tremolo, right? So let's get into this thing. Oh man, this thing is intimidating. There is so much going on. I am gonna need the manuals, that is for sure. Let's call out everything that's on the face of it. We've got a boost control for volume control. We've got a speed control with secondary functions for primary, second, and drift. You've got a wave shape control with a bunch of options on there. Depth with secondary control for ramp speed and drift. A division knob for subdivisions for your tap tempo with secondary functions of tap and harmonic controls. And then you've got width here that goes from standard to harmonic with secondary functions of harm to stereo. Harmonic / stereo. So maybe a stereo width on the secondary function. And then you've got a 3-position switch for the ramping, latch, momentary, and drift, and then shape, triangle, sine, and random. And then on the side, you've got an expression control input. I'm sure you do MIDI through that as well. And then stereo input and stereo outputs. A tap / ramp foot switch and an on / hold foot switch. So let's check this thing out. I'm gonna dime the depth. That's pretty. Right off the bat, that's really pretty. With everything but the depth on noon. That's a really nice sound. I like that. Let's try it with some overdrive from the Wampler Bell. You can really hear that harmonic trim with the drive. Now, harmonic trim is if I remember this correctly, is a standard volume modulating tremolo bouncing back and forth and clashing with a tone shaping trim. So you get this very kind of like 3-dimensional, very ethereal, modulated sort of thing going on. Drive and reverb. Oh, I like that. I like where this is going. All right, let's start exploring the knobs. Here is the boost control. It's so important to have volume control on pretty much all modulations. It really upsets me, like legitimately upsets me that a lot of modulations, not even trim, just don't have volume control at all. And some of them will either boost your signal or cut your signal. And you want to throw on your chorus, you want to throw on your vibrato without boosting or cutting. You want to hit unity most of the time. Sometimes, yeah, you do want to boost or cut when you engage that. But, I mean, having a volume control is like chief on my list of must-haves with tremolo pedals. It just is. So I'm so glad that's there. Then we've got speed. Let's check out the range of this. Plenty fast. Now the Dandelion tremolo went super duper slow. Let's see if this does the same. Yeah. Oh, it's taking forever. I don't have all day. I can't wait for that. I'm gonna have to get into the manual to figure out the secondary controls. I have a feeling that has something to do with the drift, which I don't fully understand yet. The Dandelion trim that I did 4 years ago had a drift control as well, where you held down the tap tempo and it would ramp down. Maybe it wasn't drift, maybe it was ramp, so maybe this is something different. So I'll get into that in a bit. On the waveform thing, I'm a little confused because there is the 3-position switch here that goes from triangle to sine to random. I think I should read the manual just a little bit. I hate to do it, but this is a complicated pedal. This is no like 3-knob overdrive, 2-knob fuzz in an unboxing situation. Switches between 3 different continuously variable shape options for the shape knob. Triangle varies from ramp up to triangle to ramp down. Sine varies from negative peak to positive peak to sine to square. Rand, a random waveform which varies in complexity as you turn up the shape knob. Interesting. So normally I would look at this knob and think that you'd be able to select different waveforms based on the position of this knob, but no, it's showing a range. So right now on the sine, it starts with that hump thing there, and then goes to that peak. What do they call that? Negative peak, and then goes to a sine right there, and then transitions into a square wave. So you get all that just off of the sine setting. So let's explore that range. Let's start out with the square wave. Here's the sine. Slow that down so we can really hear it. Square. Sine. Negative peak. I like that, that's dramatic. And then that positive peak. So that goes like that. Now let's switch to the triangle waveforms, and that starts with a ramp up and drop. And you can really hear that. Goes to a triangle, and then a jump up, ramp down. That's a fun pulse. And then random, which goes from complex on one side and simpler on another. I'm assuming that's the least complex side. Yeah. I want to leave it on that sine wave. Depth is pretty self-explanatory, I'm assuming. I'll get into the secondary functions when I get to exploring the drift and the ramp stuff. Yeah, goes all the way down. In theory, you could turn down that depth and just use this as a boost with the boost knob. But why would you buy a whole tremolo pedal just to use it as a boost? That's silly. Leave it maxed just to show it off. Then there is the subdivision knob. I don't like to use tap tempo on trem pedals to match the rhythm of the song that I'm playing in. I want that tremolo to clash and to kind of like come in and out and find different little peaks and valleys and contrast against the rhythm of the song that I'm playing in. But it is nice to be able to have a quick control over speed. I'm hearing a stereo thing right now, which is fun. I hadn't noticed that until just now. I hadn't been listening to it. Yeah, it's swirling around me. I like that. Secondary functions there for tap and harmonic tremolo. I don't know what it means as far as that secondary function. And then we've got the width control. I feel like I should read about this. Width control. Set the distance between the high and low harmonic waveforms. Set the knob all the way to the left for standard tremolo and all the way to the right for full harmonic tremolo. All the way to harmonic. That's fun. Dial in that kind of swirly, more like psychedelic, moody harmonic side. Into the secondary function of that width, and maybe that's what we'll use as our excuse to start getting into the secondary functions. Stereo width. Set the distance between the left and right tremolo wave. Set the knob all the way to the left for them to be in sync, and all the way to the right to be completely separate. I'm assuming I hold down the foot switch to get into secondary. Hold foot switch to access secondary parameters. Power LED will blink to indicate foot switch is held and secondary parameters can be adjusted. It's blinking. Let's go mono. That is mono, right? It's mono, but it sounds like there's different waveforms, different speeds clashing between the standard volume modulating tremolo and that harmonic tremolo. Let's try doing full stereo width now. Yeah. Oh, I like that. A bunch of you just got seasick listening to this because I've got it on full stereo spread. But, oh, I like that. That's fun. So far, this thing has a lot of fun things going on. I haven't even gotten into the drift and this latching and ramp thing yet. Let's read about that and see if I can figure all that business out. Ramp switches between 3 different speed ramping options. Moment, hold tap ramp for momentary ramping. Latch, tap ramp to tamp between speeds. Drift, speed drifts up and down around a primary speed. So if I hold this, right now it's on momentary latching for the ramp. All right, I think I need to have the speed set a bit high to demonstrate this. Turn off the reverb. Yeah, see, the speed is dropping as I hold that. Maybe I should decrease the stereo width just so people don't get too seasick while I'm doing this. We'll do it in the middle. That was a function on the Dandelion trim. I'm glad they brought it over, but it looks like there's more going on. Ramp speed is the secondary function of the depth. Pull that. Actually, you know what? Let's make it fast. Faster. Oh, it goes the other direction now. Maybe it's sets the secondary speed. That's what's going on. All right. Okay, that's clever. I like that. And I'm assuming for latch, let me check the manual again. So latch, I think it allows you to tap between two different speeds, but then it drifts to those two different speeds, or ramps to those two different speeds. How does this work? Right, same sort of thing, but you don't have to hold it. You just tap it and it ramps to your two different speeds. And then what does drift do? It seems like drift does its own thing and wanders around depending on your settings. Yeah, it's like pulsing the speed up and down. Spooky, I like that. So what are the secondary functions for the division switch? Set the relationship between the speed of the treble and bass harmonic waveforms set to quarter note for them to be in sync. I want to put this back onto momentary. There's two different speeds going on there. One's going really slow, dun, 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 and the other one's going dun, 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 dun. dime that stereo with. That's interesting. We're getting this hard chop, like kind of volume modulation tremolo through one side, and that very rapid, like harmonic trem on the other side. Beautiful and spooky and upsetting in a disorienting sort of way. I like that. It's very complex. That's not your average tremolo right there. Let's see what it sounds like in mono. I mean, most people run a mono rig. It's really fun to be able to record in stereo here, but I mean, I don't use stereo when I play out. It's too much trouble. How interesting. It makes me wish I was recording Dinosaur Ghost songs right now. Like, that would be a really, really fun tool to have if I was making recordings of my surf band back in the day. Just getting that swirly, spooky, shifty sort of stuff going on. Yeah, there's some spooky potential there. What am I missing? I know there's a lot that I'm missing here. Oh my gosh, it feels like there's a whole other pedal here. Because I'm not going to get into the external control, into the expression control. I don't want this video to be 3 hours long. I think it's all stuff to interact with the ramping and the drifting and whatnot. But besides that, besides the fact that my mind is melting out my ears a little bit, there's a lot to offer here. I like the sound a lot. It really leans into that analog signal with digital controls kind of concept in a really powerful way. I think it's one of those things where you find the settings that you just love and you figure out how to use the presets, which I also did not dive into, and you save your presets, or you just run off, you know, the face of the pedal and do what you need to do. But man, what a versatile tremolo pedal. It does a lot. It can be a standard, like just volume modulating tremolo. It can be a really wild and psychedelic harmonic stereo tremolo. It can do the ramping and the drifting and stuff like that. Tap tempo. That's cool. So anyways, huge thanks to Flower Pedals for sending this out to me. I really appreciate it. It's been fun to, you know, do a walk down memory lane with a pedal concept that I filmed years and years ago when the channel was still pretty new and I was still figuring things out. And here I am also still figuring things out. But years later, this has gotten more complex. My whole situation has gotten more complex. I've been a little bit introspective about it, I'll be honest. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, dislike, leave me rude and nasty comments. Support us on Patreon. Buy a shirt if you're naked. And you know what? Some people like to hang out in the Premiere chat when I launch these videos, and we have a little social time hanging out with each other, chatting it up, having a good time, going off topic, talking about what's going on in the video. If you want to be some people, then click the bell down below and set it to all so you get notifications when I launch videos, and then you can hang out in the Premiere chat as well, and we can have a bunch of fun getting to know each other. So anyways, bye everyone. Stay grounded. Maybe I'll play out with like some ridiculous fuzz.